Give me a minute. Let me start sharing. Okay, all your doubts are there in this slide. Okay, all doubts that you had listed. Okay, videos switched off, please. Video switched off, please, so that we can get a good connectivity. अच्छा, आप लोगों में many people will be thinking what is Cronbach and all that. So for that you have to attend basics of data analytics or SPSS. So any one of these workshops. For those who are on board, see if you're going for qualitative research, go for NVivo. Okay, NVivo, qualitative research and NVivo. If you are wanting to go for finance and economics people, please go for panel data, time series and panel data by Miklesh Yadav. Okay, so finance and economics student, please go for panel data, Miklesh Yadav. And then if after you do SPSS, when you learn basics of SPSS, when you know that, okay, basics of SPSS can be done by you, then you should go for SEM analysis. Structural equational modeling, Kaushik sir, Neeraj Kaushik sir, of course, is the best. PLSM also, Neeraj Kaushik sir has YouTube videos. There is one more workshop which I have not attended, but I have heard this person's name a lot, which is Dr. Atul Shiva. I have heard a lot about him, and I have personally attended PLSM by Dr. Kayur. Dr. Kayur. I don't know how many of you have ever attended his workshop, but he's also very good. And you know, for learners like you, he's very good. So NVivo mein there is Dr. Sajid Pradhan. Dr. Sajid Pradhan, IMI Delhi. He's the best workshop that I have attended. Okay, so I'm starting. ठीक है, छोटे concepts हैं, जल्दी समझिएगा. I want to finish by 6:30 and give you a chance for doubts. Today is the last session. Sampling methods. There are two types of sampling methods, but before sampling methods, try and understand what is a population. Population is that whole world of items, whole world of people. Item नहीं use करते, item में ना आप modeling में चले जाओगे. It is the whole world of people whom you can take or who can fulfill your objective. For example, so population is a whole world from which you choose sample. Now, if I am studying consumer behavior of green products for luxury consumers, tell me what is my population. Please type. Please type. What is my population? Quickly. Yes, 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 yes. But I cannot study the whole luxury consumers in the world. So what do? I choose a few and call them sample. Is this clear? It is very simple concept. I'm going forward. Was I studying consumers, luxury consumers? Now I cannot go to the masses and take a sample. A sample is a smaller representative collection of unit. Okay? Representative collection of unit. So if I'm taking a sample of luxury, if I'm taking a study of luxury, I will only and only take the luxury samples. Is this much clear? Can I go to the next one? Please keep on typing a yes, 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 yes. Very good. Now, types of sampling. Sampling could be probability sampling or non-probability sampling. What is probability sampling? Probability sampling means each person gets an equal chance of selection. For example, all of you are faculties. You are in your class. You come inside the class and you say, oh my God, I forgot the duster. What do? You tell anybody randomly, please someone go and bring my duster. This is giving equal chance to all samples. Okay, is probability sampling clear? Non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling used to happen to me in school. There used to be a teacher who used to come inside and say, all those who want to participate in debate, please give your names. And when I used to give my name, they used to say, no, Jaspreet, not you. Divya is very good in debating. I will choose her. They used to, कहते जरूर थे सारे अपने नाम दो, लेकिन फैकल्टीज ने चुना होता था कि हाँ यार ये डिबेटिंग में अच्छी है, ये गेम्स में अच्छा है, ये उसमें अच्छा है, दैट वाज नॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी सैम्पलिंग। क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? क्या हर किसी को चांस मिला? नहीं मिला। अच्छा, जो मैम्स होती हैं जो नालायक बच्चों से खुंदक निकालती हैं, ओके, मैम्स हु डू नॉट लाइक स्टूडेंट्स हु आर नॉट गुड इन स्टडीज, व्हाट डू? They write a sum on the maths on the board, and suddenly they turn. Do they do a random sampling? No. What do? They choose the most nalayak. They choose the most a person who cannot answer, who's not there in class generally, who doesn't get marks. She picks him up and says, "Chalo, tum batao." Now, what is that? Did she give everybody a chance to answer the question? No. She went purposive, or she went judgmental, or she did not give everybody a chance. She just gave him a chance, although a negative chance. Okay. Now, what are the types of probability sampling? Simple, random, systematic, stratified clusters. There are some 8 more categories. I am doing the major 4, okay, because we have to go quick. Now, probability sampling, where everybody in the population gets a chance to be selected. In probability sampling, we are doing 4. First one is simple random sampling. What is simple random sampling? It's an estimate where in this population, I simply randomly pick up TB. So it is like saying I was doing a study on the retail shops of Delhi. Suppose I was doing a study on the retail shops of Delhi. So what did I do? I went to Rajouri Garden. I picked up any shop. Just like that. I picked up any shop. I went to Connaught Place in Delhi. I picked up any shop. I mean, I don't have a basis for selection. All the shops came in front of me. All the shops I could have selected, I selected a few randomly. Okay, simple random. Most of the times in your research, this is what you're doing. Most of the times, this is what you're doing. Second type of, we are still on probability. We are still on probability. Selecting systematically. Suppose I have a list of MTNL consumers. I am doing a study on mobile phones, suppose, and I have a list of, say, Airtel consumers. From somewhere I got a list of consumers of Airtel. Again, again, this is also a probability. I want to give everybody a chance. I don't want to be selective. I don't want only Hindu users. So what do? I mark every third person. So I circle the third one, 6th one, 9th one, 12th one. Again, I'm not being judgmental. This is again probability sampling, but this is called systematic sampling. You could do it with every second person, every fourth person, every 6th person, and whatever you want to do. Systematic, clear? Quickly coming to the third type. There are many concepts, so I'm going a little fast. If you feel I'm very fast, stop me. Otherwise, if you're understanding basics, right side में पूरा text दिया है, घर जाके पढ़ लेना. Stratified random sampling. I divide my population into a strata. Okay, group 1, suppose I told you I was studying on religion. Okay, I was studying on religiosity was one of my variables. So what I did is I said group 1 will be Hindus, group 2 will be Muslims, group 3 will be Sikhs, group 4 will be Christians. And from here, I randomly, mark my words, randomly select people from all the 4 groups. This is called stratified random sampling. Again, this is also probability because in all the groups, I was not judgmental. मुझे यही particular Hindu चाहिए, मुझे यही particular Christian चाहिए. No, I was not judgmental. I randomly picked up and made one sample. Fourth type of probability sampling, cluster sampling. What do I do here? If you see, stratified cluster is sometimes confusing, so I've given you a diagram of it. Okay, now stratified sampling means I pick up, say, 2 Hindus, 2 Muslims, 2 Christians, 2 Sikhs. I got 8. This is my total sample. But what I do in cluster sampling is I take 2 Hindus, 2 Muslims, 2 Sikh, 2 Christians, put them into one. I call them one cluster. Then again I repeat the process. I take 2 Muslims, 2 Hindus, 2 Christian, 2 Sikh. I make them into another cluster. This is cluster sampling again. The whole point in all these 4 types of sampling is that I was not judgmental. I did it randomly. मैंने किसी को भी चुन लिया, हाँ मैंने ग्रुप्स डिवाइड किए थे स्ट्रैटिफाइड और क्लस्टर में, लेकिन उसमें से भी मैंने किसी को भी चुन लिया. Okay, is this much clear? Can I go to non-probability quickly? I need a yes. I quickly need a yes. Can I go to non-probability? Okay, very good. Non-probability, you know, non-probability जब भी सोचना वो मैम सोचना जो आती थी और कहती थी कि डिबेट में कौन कौन पार्ट लेगा. आपको दिल करता था पार्ट लेने का, लेकिन मैम कहती थी नहीं तुम नहीं लोगे क्योंकि दिव्या डिबेट में अच्छी है. उस मैम को याद करोगे तो नॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी सैंपल कभी भूलोगे नहीं. नॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी सैंपल नंबर 1 टेक्निक. ओके, कोटा सैंपलिंग. व्हाट इज कोटा सैंपलिंग? आई हैड अ सेट ऑफ पीपल, ठीक है, एंड आई बिकेम जजमेंटल. For example, left side there are some 20 people who walk into my showroom. ठीक है, 20 people walked into my showroom. I said, I think what was my objective? Luxury consumers. I said, yaar, 20 people are walking into Gucci showroom. I don't think all of them are luxury consumers. I think these 4 gentlemen type of people. I repeat, I have become subjective. I think these 4 gentlemen type of people could be my sample. I will give my questionnaire to them. Okay, this is judgmental sampling. Quota sampling, judgmental. Convenience sampling. Nowadays in research papers, we don't write convenience sampling. Look at what this lady is doing. She's a poor, desperate PhD scholar. उसको data complete करना है. Look at what she's doing. राह चलते किसी को भी अपना questionnaire दे रही है और पूछ रही है, do you believe in death penalty? Okay, do not do this. Ideally, what we do is convenience means if I'm studying retail shops of Gucci, I take the nearest retail shop. This is called convenience. If I'm doing a study in India, I conveniently take New Delhi. One of my papers has been rejected in A grade because they said, why did you take consumers only from Delhi? When you are writing research on India, why did you take consumers only from Delhi? I took it because of convenience sampling, but I should not be writing it in my PhD thesis. Okay, judgmental I think is clear. Judgmental, picking up anyone, that ma'am who was there, and snowball sampling. Snowball sampling. This is again something which you people do, and I get it in many groups. Can you please fill this questionnaire? Group में डाल दिया, ठीक है, and also circulate it to your friends. Snowball. What is the concept of snowball? The concept of snowball is that, like when from a mountain, you know, when a snowball keeps rolling, what does it do? It collects more snow and the ball becomes bigger. So that is why this sampling was called snowball sampling. इसमें क्या करते हो? 2 लोगों को questionnaire देते हो, बोलते हो यार आगे अपने friend से भरवा देना. वो तीन आगे अपने. अब इसमें what are you doing? You are becoming judgmental. Are you giving the whole population a chance of selection? No, you are not giving. No, you are not giving. You are becoming judgmental. You chose 2 friends, probably best friends, because you know they will circulate it further. He again chose 3 best friends. Okay, some of the time I get data where I'm doing it on young consumers. I give it to my students. They float it in their groups and get it filled from their parents. मेरी सारी रिसर्च, पूरी रिसर्च खराब हो जाती है. मैं मिलेनियल्स पे काम कर रही हूँ और डेटा आ रहा है 50-60 ईयर ओल्ड. बोले आगे अपने पेरेंट्स को दे देते हैं, आंटी अंकल को दे देते हैं भरने के. ठीक है, सैम्पलिंग क्लियर हो गया? जल्दी से यस बोलो, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पे चले. सैम्पलिंग क्लियर है, प्रोबेबिलिटी नॉट वेरी गुड. चलिए, normality of data. Yesterday somebody asked. Today I have brought very mini topics from everywhere. Normality of data, ये interesting होगा. Why do we need normality? देखो, normality is an old concept. It's an old concept. Normal distribution of data, your data should look something like this. Normal distribution of data, your data should look something like this. You should have less number of outliers. These 2 terms will come very often. So this is a very common concept. I think even in your maths, you must have done, in basic maths also you've done normal data. But you know, this is mathematical. Our data should have a bell curve. Our data should have a straight line. This is normal data. What does it actually mean? I am doing a study on height of people. Remember, I am doing a study to find out the average height of the people. My data should be normal means if the Indian lady is 5'1", suppose my average mean of Indian lady is 5'1" in height, then the data that I can get should be either 5'2" or maybe 5 or maybe 5'3" or maybe 4.8. itna tak chalega. But when what is an outlier? I've got a very interesting picture of an outlier. When you are measuring height, say of men around in India, this person is a outlier. Can you see this person on the picture? He is an outlier. ठीक है, अब लेफ्ट साइड में देखिए, एक तो ये आउटलायर राइट वाला जो है, सबसे राइट वाला, इफ यू सी द ग्राफ, द राइट मोस्ट वन, okay, this is my outlier. It has distorted my bell shape. It has made my data non-normal. Okay, but remember, in social sciences, it is not always true that the data is normal. How do you check normal data? There are tests for it. There are statistical tests. Okay, we should have a normal data. All our figures, all our frequencies, height of the people 5'1", 5'2", 5'3", 4'8", 4'9", 4'11 should be somewhere near the mean. What was my mean? 5'1". If it is not, you will have a outlier. Okay. Now there was one person who has saved us all the trauma, and this guy was called Anderson Darling. Okay. It's a very funny name for a researcher to have, but ठीक है, अच्छा नाम है उनका. He is one man who has said, if I have 30 sample per item, I repeat, item, you remember, one construct had 3 items, remember? So if you have say 4 constructs and you have 12 items, 12 into 30, if you have this much sample, then you can violate normality. This is on record. This is a reference I'm giving you. The man says, it is like saying, if for a construct of 4 constructs, 4 into say 3 items, 12. Okay, so for 12 items, if I have a data of some 500-600 samples, then I can ignore normality. It has been said by Anderson Darling. Okay. Okay, now skewness of data, kurtosis of data. I will explain it with an example. See, you saw the normal curve. This was my normal curve. Now I'm not getting normality, so I can get 2 types of problems. If my data is not normal, I will get 2 types of problem. One will be positively skewed, one will be negatively skewed. On the left side, you see what is positively skewed. All comments are too positive. What is negatively skewed? All comments are too negative. For example, I've got a picture for you. Now, if I ask you, rate Katrina Kaif on beauty, where 5 means strongly agree that she is very beautiful and 1 means strongly disagree. What sort of a data will you get? Quickly give me numbers. 1 to 5. Rate Katrina Kaif on beauty. Quickly, numbers though. Numbers, jaldi. Everybody, wake up. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं और कोई इस तरह समझाएगा नहीं. एक बार स्टैट्स की वर्कशॉप में चले गए, किसी ने नहीं समझाना है ऐसे. अच्छा, ओके, सो लुक एट द डेटा, जस्ट लुक एट द चैट बॉक्स. 4 5 4 5 5 5 4 5 4 5 5 5 4 5. Now what sort of a data is this? Positively skewed. And with no offense to Nawazuddin Siddiqui, no offense at all, but rank him on beauty on a parameter of 1 on 5, 5 being the highest. What ranking will you give Nawazuddin Siddiqui for beauty? No offense. I'm on record. If this goes to him, maybe he can sue me for that, but no offense. I was explaining my amateur students a concept. Negatively skewed. Beautiful. Negatively skewed. Do you guys now understand how we decide after collecting data? Negatively skewed and positively skewed. ये concept clean हो गया? Cover हो गया कि नहीं हो गया? जल्दी बोलो yes या ना? Yes आ गया. ठीक है. अब जाते हैं एक दूसरी problem पे. The second problem is kurtosis. Now what is kurtosis? I asked you that what is Katrina Kaif, you know, we see in social sciences, we never get normal data. Just imagine if I'm asking you, do you like my product Nike? What will you say? You will either say I like it, or you will say I don't like it. Will I get equal like and dislike if I get my research as garbage? Okay, so in research, we can get, please, in social sciences, we can get skewed data. That is why we have people like Anderson Darling who say 500 का डेटा ले लो, उसके बाद नॉर्मेलिटी चेक करने का कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है. ठीक है. More so, what is the reason of checking normality? Because, and acha, how do we check normality? There is a Q and Q plot, there are KS test, Shapiro-Wilk test. ये इतने सारे टेस्ट होते हैं, सारे नहीं करने होते, एक दो करके पता चल जाता है. ठीक है. Have you understood normality? I'm going to the next one. Now, based on normality, tests, statistical test जो आप आगे करने वाले हो are segregated into parametric and non-parametric. Okay, on the basis of whether your data is normal or not, we decide whether to do a parametric test or non-parametric test. A parametric statistical test is a test which assumes that the data is normal. I repeat, parametric test is a test which assumes that data is normal. So if your data is not normal, you cannot do parametric tests. I repeat, if your data is not normal, you cannot do parametric test. And quickly, let me tell you what are the major types of parametric tests and what are non-metric tests. So these are statistical tests. These are all bivariate tests. Okay? If your data is not normal, then you go for non-parametric. Okay? So if you have two columns in Excel, suppose you have two columns in Excel, these two columns are your two variables, okay, and there is value. Parametric tests are tests done on the data which is normal. Non-parametric are statistical tests which are done when the data is not normal. So now I have two columns in Excel. Okay. And in these two columns of Excel, I have two factors. Say, suppose I have age, and in the second column, I have blood pressure. Okay? I want to do a paired t-test. Suppose I want to do a paired t-test. I can only do it when my data is normal. If it is not normal, I will go for the other test. Okay? Okay? Now, moderation mediation. Yesterday, you people had a question. Ma'am, confounding variables nahi samjhaye. Confounding variable chhod diye. So mediation, moderation also. Okay, moderation, mediation. Parametric non, abhi tak samajh aa gaya sab kuch. Can I go to moderation, mediation? छोटे छोटे बहुत पार्ट्स हैं, पक्का ना? ठीक है, क्वेश्चंस आप बाद में पूछ सकते हैं. ओके, मीडिएशन, मॉडरेशन. ओके, इसके लिए मैं आपको एक डायग्राम दिखा रही हूं. आई एम शोइंग यू अ डायग्राम. Your variable X, independent variable, your variable Y, dependent variable. Okay. And a relation is getting affected through ME. This is mediation. Your variable X, if you see the second diagram, which is, say, independent variable, your variable Y, which is a dependent variable, now your relation is getting affected by a moderator. Okay. Mediating variable explains the relationship between independent and dependent. It explains how or why there is a relationship between the two variables. Moderator is a variable that affects the strength of the relationship between predictor and criterion. Let me explain. Two keywords pakad lo. ठीक है? In mediating, it explains the relationship, and moderator may strength of relationship. Now just see this. Example. When a father, please switch off your videos. I request all of you, please switch off your videos so that we have a good, yeah. Now, whenever a father has to say some things to the daughter, he cannot always say everything directly. Of course, there is a direct arrow. Definitely there is a direct arrow. But you know, sometimes Daughters don't listen. So what will she say? She will say, suppose he says, don't come home late night. Don't come home at 2 o'clock at night. Okay. With daughters, you have to be a little soft. You can't say, 2 बजे तक आओगे तो तुम्हें घर से निकाल दूंगा. You can't do that. So many a times, the mother becomes a mediator. She explains the relationship. Remember mediation? Explaining the relationship. Now here what happens is, the mother comes in between. She doesn't come in between actually. The father requests the mother, यार मेरी बात तो सुन रही नहीं, तुम बोल के देखो, थोड़ा समझाओ, रात को 2 बजे आएगी, खतरा भी हो सकता है, अब मैं कितना खुल के बात करूं, थोड़ा तुम बात करो. Now what is this? This is mediation. Now let me explain in a very simple example, moderation. A father can shout on the guy. In moderation what happens? Fathers can yell on their sons. ठीक है? They can say 2 बजे तक घर में आएगा तो मैं तुझे घर से बाहर निकाल दूंगा. Now what happens over here? He doesn't go through the mother. The mother doesn't explain the relationship between the father and the son. They have a very good relationship. They have a very good direct relationship. But she can impact the relationship. She can change the strength. The word moderation is strength of the relationship. How can she do that? When the guy is getting a good solid scolding, the mother can come inside and say, अब छोड़ दीजिए, बस हो गया, अब रहने दीजिए, कितना तो रो रहा है बेचारा. Now what happens? The strength of the scolding gets lessened. This is moderation. Is moderation, mediation clear? You measure them through SEM, structural equational modeling, confirmatory factor analysis, PLSM. They all do moderation, mediation. ठीक है? Okay, if you've understood, let me go to, हाँ जी, अब ये this is out of context. जो सुनना चाहते हैं सुने, जो नहीं सुनना चाहते बेशक मत सुने. लेकिन जब एक स्टूडेंट लेके आ गए थे मेरे पास एक क्वेश्चन की, somebody told me yesterday कि मैम डेटा में, that is why I said, ये जो G फैक्टर वगैरह आप ला रहे हो ये किसी कंटेक्स्ट में ला रहे हो. ठीक है? So somebody told me stationarity क्या होती है. ठीक है? Somebody asked me yesterday. I'm only answering those people. So those who don't want to do this sort of research, they may not listen, but knowledge के लिए अच्छा है. देखिए, if you are from finance and economics, you will have to learn how to collect what is called time series data. Okay, you have to collect time series data. What is time series data? It is very simple. आपके सामने data है. 15 July, his income was this much. Okay, 22nd July, he earned this much. 29th July, his income was this much. 29th, again, it was this much. 8th August, his income. What are you doing? You are just mapping a variable according to time, or what we call temporal component. Finance may generally, when we are measuring sales, when we are measuring taxes. So when we are measuring taxes, so when you are measuring something over a period of time, okay, it becomes temporal. For that, we use data collection. This sort of data collection is called time series. Here also we do modeling. But one component has to be time. Thus the name time series. Mostly used in finance and economics. I have till date not used it. Social research में, psychology में, consumer behavior में, no need of this. I have also never attended an FTP of this also. I never needed it. आप लोग time पे calculate करते हो ना? Time से sale कितनी बड़ी, time पे GDP of a country, it has to be compared with time. Okay, COVID will be a fluctuation. COVID will be a seasonal fluctuation when you do time analysis. Okay, now, so that is time series. The methods to analyze this data, are simple exponential smoothing, Halt's linear trend, etc., which is of course out of the range of this FTP. Okay, but you can attend Miklesh Yadav sir's workshop for this. Okay, now let me come to stationarity. Okay, now what is stationarity? Stationarity is when I made a data on time series, I made a data that my data, time series data, doesn't have fluctuations. Okay, so on the left side, if you see, there is a graph which has no fluctuations. On the right side, you see a graph, there are seasonal fluctuations. See, it is like saying, a very simple example I tell you. I have a shop of woolen garments. I have a shop of woolen garments. And if my graph over the time, all months in the year, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, if I see that my sweater, my cardigan sale is same. Suppose the data is showing the number of cardigans have been sold in January as in June. So is that data correct? Tell me, is that data correct? Yes or no? Should I repeat the question? Repeat. Okay, I'll repeat. See, suppose I collected data. I have a cardigan shop. मेरी स्वेटर की दुकान है. मैंने सोचा चलो टाइम एनालिसिस करते हैं. मैं जनवरी से लेके दिसंबर तक सारी सेल्स अपनी नोट डाउन कर लेती हूँ. ये जो ग्राफ आप लेफ्ट साइड में देख रहे हो, ये क्या दिखा रहा है? ये दिखा रहा है कि जनवरी में जितनी सेल थी तकरीबन उतनी सेल जून में भी थी. क्या ये सही बात है? क्या ये हो सकता है? What should it be showing? It should be showing that जैन में सेल ज्यादा थी. ठीक है, मार्च मई तक आते आते कम हो गई, जैसे कि राइट साइड का ग्राफ बता रहा है. फिर अगस्त में थोड़ी ठंड शुरू हो गई. सपोज ये शिमला है, थोड़ी ठंड शुरू हो गई, ऊपर चली गई, फिर नीचे आ गई. So this is what we call seasonal fluctuation. This should be there in time series data. If it is not there, there is some problem. There are ways of removing stationarity. Stationarity is a problem in time series data. There are ways of removing it, okay, which is done by a method called differencing. फिर ये एक statistical test है, Python और R software पे generally कराया जाता है. ठीक है? So this is the concept of stationarity. Okay, Harvard referencing, some of you told me, this is my last for today. Some of you told me Harvard referencing हमें नहीं आती. Harvard नहीं, rather आपने कहा था referencing नहीं आती. तो referencing के कई styles होते हैं, APA, Harvard. There are many referencing styles. I have basically done Harvard. Okay, so that आपको थोड़ा सा idea मिल जाए. ठीक है? So this is my last bit, and then we can come to questions. Okay, a reference or bibliography is something that you put at the end of the chapter when you finish your PhD. Citation is something you do within the text. Literature papers में भी देखा होगा. Now, there's somebody had asked a question. I had told her yesterday also. ठीक है? I had told her yesterday also, but I repeat it for everybody's benefit. ठीक है? Whenever you quote an author's name, suppose it's a single author, say Gabay 2011, you can write this in two ways. One is Gabay 2011 argues that. If you say this, you don't put Gabay in brackets, but you put his year in brackets. Another way of doing that is the second one, which is quoting an author post text in bracket. You have written the whole paragraph and then you write bracket open Gabay 2011. This is something which people had asked me yesterday. Okay? This is for single author. How do you do it for two authors? You will write Morris and Scott 1996. This is for end text. If you are starting a sentence, you will say, as per a study done by Morris and Scott, bracket open 1996, bracket close, it was concluded that. ठीक है? बिल्कुल यही वाला फॉर्मेट, ये जो Gabay 2011 का है, argues that, आपने स्टार्ट किया था ना सेंटेंस, तो बिल्कुल यही फॉर्मेट Morris and Scott 1996 का हो जाएगा. ठीक है? If there are more than two authors, we use et al. That is the reason many researchers say कि मुझे फर्स्ट ऑथरशिप दो. ठीक है? जब भी एक पेपर पब्लिश होता है तो 3-4 ऑथर्स होते हैं. जो फर्स्ट ऑथर होता है उसकी बहुत लीवरेज होती है. उसका रीजन ये है, इफ यू सी दिस रेफरेंस विलियम एट ऑल, This guy must have worked. This is the surname, by the way. Morris, Scott, Williams are all surnames. We never quote the first name. In site में, within the text में आप कभी भी उसका first name नहीं लिखते. ठीक है? Even when I'm quoted in my papers, I'm quoted as Kaur 2018-19. That is unfortunate that there are so many Kaurs in India that they surely couldn't have made out that it's my paper. That is a different story altogether. Now, so William et al. Means more than two authors. William must have been the first author. ठीक है? For the surname of the first author, William et al., comma 2012. Okay. If you are quoting, the third point says if you are quoting websites, it is very, very simple. If you have picked up an article from Times of India, it becomes Times of India 2012. If you have taken something from Business World, it becomes BW or Business World 2012. If you have taken something from, say, Forbes magazine, it becomes Forbes 2012. The detailed bibliography you give at the end of your document, end of your PhD thesis, which is called references or bibliography. This I'm telling you within the text. This I'm telling you within the text. Okay, I hope it's understandable. Okay, these are do's and don'ts. For example, one very big don't is that don't take material from Wikipedia and Quora. They are not supposed to be authentic. Take websites like Hindustan Times, Times of India, PwC, government websites and all that. Do not take Wikipedia and Quora. Okay? Okay, when you write a bibliography or reference and references, you don't put et al. Et al. Keval or keval within text mein use hota hai. Okay? Now, next, I purposely was going a little. Okay. This is your end referencing. जब आप bibliography end reference बनाते हो, उसके examples हैं, ठीक है? So this you can see it is very, very simple, and it will differ, by the way. This I'm saying about Harvard. APA का अलग होगा. अच्छा, ये referencing जो है आपको reference papers में नीचे भी मिल जाती है. तो हम लोग तो कई बार ये करते हैं कि suppose करो मैंने डेनी को साइट किया था. Suppose मैंने डेनी को साइट किया था, तो I will just go down. Copy this whole reference, क्योंकि किताब तो वही है ना, चाहे उसने लियो चाहे मैंने लियो. ठीक है? अच्छा, here if you see, this is last bibliography or references. बिब्लियोग्राफी में ना हम वो सारी किताबें भी लिखते हैं जो हमने पढ़ी हो चाहे कोट ना की हो, लेकिन रेफरेंसेस मींस each and every author which is there whom you have cited should be there. ऑटोमेटिक कोई भी नहीं करता, पूरा फुल्ली ऑटोमेटिक कोई भी नहीं करता. और नंबर वन एक बात याद रखिए, वेदर इट इज जोटेरो, वेदर इट इज मेंडले, आपको रेफरेंस करने से पहले पेपर वहां सेव करना पड़ेगा. नंबर वन, ठीक है? ऑटोमेटिक कुछ नहीं होता. ओके, नंबर वन. नंबर टू, अगर आप, जैसे कल बात हो रही थी, अगर आप विद इन द टेक्स्ट कोई रेफरेंस है, आपने मेरा पेपर पढ़ा, आपने जसप्रीत कौर का पेपर पढ़ा और बीच में रुसेल बेल की कोई रेफरेंस मैंने दी है, Mendele will not quote that. Mendele will not quote that. Okay, so you have to be very careful. But yeah, if there is an option where if you are citing all, if all those papers that you have quoted, जैसे मेरा बेल का पेपर का बीच में मैंने रेफरेंस दिया है, वो मेरी लाइब्रेरी में था, तो then it will definitely come. Then it will definitely come. ठीक है? So no software, NVivo, SPSS वगैरह. आई टोल्ड यू ना, SPSS में भी कई बार मैंने फैक्टर एनालिसिस में एक टेस्ट होता है फैक्टर एनालिसिस, जिसमें मिनिमम सैंपल पर आइटम 10 सैंपल्स लेने होते हैं. मैंने कुल 10 सैंपल लिए, 6 फैक्टर थे और कुल 10 का सैंपल लिया, उसने मुझे उसमें भी रिजल्ट दे दिया. So software you have to use your mind also in the software. Same in NVivo also. Okay, so this is example for books. This I've put examples to how to quote a journal. Okay, this I've given examples of how to quote online websites. This is end referencing. End referencing या bibliography. These are mixed examples. इसमें मैंने लिख दिया है, जो book थी book लिख दिया है, journal है journal लिख दिया है, आप लोग देख सकते हो. Okay, so this is, अच्छा, these are websites and YouTubes which you can watch further to understand. एक हार्वर्ड का डॉक्यूमेंट है मेरे पास 2017 का, जो उनकी लेटेस्ट रेफरेंसिंग बताता है फॉर वीडियोस, ऑडियोज, इमेजेस, वेबसाइट्स, हर चीज के लिए. वो डॉक्यूमेंट मैं आपको आज भेज दूंगी, ठीक है? सो आई थिंक I've done my bit. I'm done. Okay, these are the specialists in each area. That is also there in the slide which I will be sending you. I've already spoken about this. ठीक है, तो ये आपके अब फ्यूचर है, कहते हैं ना फ्यूचर वो. Okay, so now open to questions. Open to questions.